Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. When talking about the Clippers versus the Warriors, obviously the first thing you have to talk about is the absence of Andrew Bogut, who has a broken rib and won't play for the series. It's a really big hole the Warriors probably can't fill, certainly on defense, and he does a nice job on offense facilitating and getting the ball moving and getting offensive rebounds. So without him, they're going to have to figure out another way with smoke and mirrors, kind of like what they did last year when they didn't have David Lee. So the question is, will they go small? Does that mean Harrison Barnes will have a chance to shine again in the playoffs? We'll see, but as it is right now, the stats aren't backing up the Warriors' case very much. Here's how the 2014 NBA playoff bracket lined up after an exciting last day of the regular season. The 3-6 matchup out west looks to provide some serious fireworks. While the Warriors prefer to bomb from downtown, the Clippers do their work primarily at the rim. Looking at the Clippers' offense overall, they're a lethal bunch that relentlessly attacks the rim, outmuscling you with their superior athletic ability. However, the Warriors defend at almost the same elite level, harassing teams into misses all over the floor by limiting open jumpers. The one issue the Clippers do have on offense, despite their lofty rank, is on spot-ups, the thing they do the most. Matt Barnes leads the way, but is just above average. The Clippers have Jamal Crawford to thank for keeping their heads afloat in this category. You can see how the Clippers have struggled, but with JJ Redick back in the lineup, look for them to improve significantly, even with the Warriors being so good at defending it. Once the Clippers get going in transition, look out. They get out on the break the fourth most in the league, and interestingly enough, after Blake Griffin uses almost 20% of the team's transition possessions at an elite level, it's Darren Collison who uses the second most, and he's legit with a 76th percentile. That said, the Warriors are up to the task as they are a top 5 transition defensive team with elite defenders like Klay Thompson and Andre Iguodala who can get back quickly and stop people. And that leads us to the most devastating part of the Clippers' offense, the pick and roll. With the best point guard in the league in Chris Paul, they are virtually guaranteed a good shot as he orchestrates the offense, balancing the needs of his teammates with his own scoring prowess. This is definitely something to watch for since the Warriors have had success defending the pick and roll, but without Bogut, it's hard to imagine they will offer the same amount of resistance. Now let's flip around to the other side, where the Warriors have struggled all season long to measure up to their incredible promise. They turn the ball over far too often, and one can argue that many of their bad shots could be considered turnovers. If they get hot, they can beat anybody. But can they rely on that 4 times in a week against the top 10 defense? Klay Thompson shoots a quarter of their spot-ups and is among the elite, gliding along the perimeter where the rest of his teammates do a great job finding him for good looks that he gets off very quickly. However, the drop-off is severe after that. Harrison Barnes takes the second most and is average, and Curry is 5th on the list, but is 2nd in the league in a category all his own. Without a doubt, the Warriors must find a way to get him off the ball more to catch and shoot, but without Jarrett Jack, they found this difficult. While the Warriors have had success, and without a doubt this is the strength of theirs, the Clippers are formidable against the spot-up, leading the league in this category by closing out and pressuring shooters into bad shots, something the Warriors tend to do much too often. You'd expect the Warriors to be better in transition than merely average, but when you shoot so many three-pointers on the move, it's easy to see why they're stuck just below average. Even though their adjusted field goal percentage is 7th in the league, they're simply all over the place. Steph Curry gets the vast majority of pick and rolls and is elite in this category, which is why it's head-scratching that they'd only be ranked 13th. That said, expect lots of these from Curry and a lot of shots both from him and setting up his teammates. Looking at how well the Clippers defend the pick and roll, there will be intense pressure for Steph Curry to make some ridiculously hard shots. This is a big part of how the series will go, and if the Warriors can spread the defense out enough, they will have some hope. So there you have it, sports fans. Without Bogut, we're not sure exactly what Mark Jackson wants to do, but he'll probably try and go big and keep Jermaine O'Neal in there instead of going small, which I think is what he should do with Harrison Barnes at the 4, where we saw some incredible plays from him last year in the playoffs. But if he goes big and he does those ISO post-ups for Jermaine O'Neal, it's not a good look for the Warriors, and we'll see if they can get Steph Curry off the ball more. And if they can't do that, they're going to be in for a short series, and I think the Clippers are going to win this thing in 5. Lots more coming up, including the playoffs. Getting real excited for that, so make sure you follow us while we live tweet these games. Like us, subscribe, watch. A lot of stuff happening. Don't miss it, because at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?